Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to do something for me right now. I want you to close your eyes for just a moment. Go ahead, close them. And I want you to think about what you did this morning. What time did you wake up? What was the first thing you reached for? Your phone? The snooze button. And then what? Did you rush through your morning, barely conscious, just trying to survive another day? Or did you own your morning? Did you take control? Now open your eyes, because I'm going to tell you something that might make you uncomfortable. I'm going to tell you something that changed my entire life. Your routine is your future. Read that again. Your routine is not just your schedule. Your routine is literally creating the person you're becoming. Every single day, with every single choice, with every single habit, you are either building the life you dream about or you're destroying it. There's no middle ground. You're either moving forward or you're moving backward. You're either becoming or you're decaying. And I know what some of you are thinking right now. You're thinking, but you don't understand my situation. You don't know what I'm going through. You don't know how hard it is. And you're right. I don't know your specific story, but I know mine. And I'm going to share it with you today because I need you to understand that where you are right now, the chaos you might be feeling, the confusion, the fear, the doubt, it doesn't define where you're going. Your routine does. I grew up in a middle-class family in India. We weren't poor, but we weren't wealthy either. We were comfortable, but comfort can be dangerous because it makes you think that's all there is. My father was in the army, and we moved every 2 years. Every 2 years, I had to leave behind friends, schools, everything familiar, and start over. Do you know what that does to a child? It teaches you that nothing is permanent. It teaches you that the only thing you can rely on is yourself. And it teaches you that if you want something in life, you better be willing to work for it because nobody is going to hand it to you. When I was a teenager, I was sent to boarding school in the United States. And let me tell you, I was terrified. I was this Indian girl who had never been away from her family, thrown into a completely different culture, different food, different everything. I didn't fit in. I was bullied. I was made fun of for my accent, for the way I looked, for being different. There were days I would cry myself to sleep, wondering what I was doing there, wondering if I should just give up and go home. But here's what I learned during those dark days. I learned that when you have nothing, when you feel like you're at rock bottom, you have a choice. You can either let that define you, or you can let it refine you. And I made a decision. I decided that every morning, no matter how much I was hurting, no matter how much I wanted to hide under my blanket and disappear, I would get up. I would get up and I would do something. I would study. I would exercise. I would write in my journal. I would do something that moved me forward, even if it was just an inch. That was my routine. And that routine saved my life. Because when everything else was falling apart, when I felt like I had no control over anything, I had control over my routine. I had control over what I did when I woke up. I had control over how I spent my hours. I had control over what I put into my mind and my body. You see, most people think success is about talent. They think it's about being lucky, being in the right place at the right time, knowing the right people. And sure, those things can help, but you know what's more important than all of that? Your routine. Because your routine is what you do when nobody's watching. Your routine is what you do when you don't feel like it. Your routine is what you do when every fiber of your being wants to quit. That's your routine. And that routine, day after day, week after week, month after month, that's what builds character. That's what builds resilience. That's what builds success. Let me tell you something about the entertainment industry. When I won Miss World in the year 2000, my life changed overnight. Suddenly, I was famous. Suddenly, everyone wanted to talk to me. Everyone wanted to work with me. But here's what they didn't see. They didn't see the years of discipline that came before. They didn't see the daily routine of taking care of myself, of working on my skills, of preparing for opportunities that hadn't even come yet. They just saw the crown, they just saw the success. But that success was built on a foundation of routine that I had been building since I was that scared teenager in boarding school. And when I got into Bollywood, Oh my God, talk about a reality check. I thought winning Miss World would open every door. And it did open doors. But walking through those doors and staying in those rooms, that was a completely different challenge. I didn't come from a film family. I didn't have connections. I didn't know anyone. I was an outsider trying to break into one of the most competitive industries in the world. Do you know how many times I was told no? Do you know how many times I was rejected? Do you know how many times I was told I wasn't good enough? I wasn't Indian enough. I wasn't beautiful enough. I wasn't talented enough. Hundreds of times, maybe thousands, I lost count. But here's what I didn't lose. I didn't lose my routine. Every single morning, I woke up at 5 a.m. Every single morning, I exercised. Every single morning, I prepared for auditions. Every single morning, I worked on my craft, even when I had no auditions scheduled, even when I had no projects lined up, even when it looked like nothing was working. I kept my routine. Because here's the truth that nobody wants to hear. The world doesn't owe you anything. Your dreams don't owe you anything. Success doesn't owe you anything. The only person who owes you anything is you. You owe yourself the dedication to show up every single day. You owe yourself the commitment to do the work, even when you don't see results. You owe yourself the discipline to maintain your routine, even when it feels pointless. I remember this one time. I had been working in Bollywood for about 3 years. I had done a few films, some were hits, some weren't. I was still trying to prove myself, still trying to establish myself as a serious actress. And I got this opportunity to audition for a Hollywood film. A Hollywood film! Do you understand what that meant for someone like me? An Indian actress trying to break into Hollywood when there were barely any roles for people who looked like me. I prepared like crazy for that audition. I worked with acting coaches. I practiced my accent. I memorized every line. I showed up and I gave it everything I had. And you know what happened? I didn't get it. They went with someone else, someone more established, someone more familiar to American audiences. And I was devastated. I went back to my hotel room and I cried. I cried so hard because it felt like no matter how hard I worked, no matter how much I prepared, the doors to Hollywood were locked and I didn't have the key. But the next morning, I woke up at 5 a.m. I exercised. I prepared for my next project. I stuck to my routine because I understood something fundamental. That rejection wasn't about me. That rejection was just part of the process. And if I let that rejection break my routine, if I let that disappointment derail my discipline, then I would have given away my power. I would have let external circumstances control my internal commitment. And this is where most people fail. They have a routine when things are going well. They're disciplined when they're motivated. They're committed when they see results. But the moment things get hard, the moment they face rejection, the moment they encounter obstacles, their routine falls apart. And then they wonder why they're not successful. They wonder why they're not achieving their dreams. It's because they only show up when it's convenient. They only work when they feel like it. They only stay committed when they're winning. But champions, real champions, they have a different mindset. Champions understand that your routine on your worst day is more important than your routine on your best day. Because anybody can show up when they're winning. Anybody can be disciplined when things are easy. Anybody can stay committed when they're motivated. But it takes a different kind of person to maintain their routine when everything is falling apart. It takes a different kind of person to stay disciplined when they're exhausted. It takes a different kind of person to remain committed when they can't see the results yet. Let me tell you about my routine. People ask me all the time, how do you do it all? How do you make movies in Bollywood and Hollywood? How do you run businesses? How do you do philanthropy work? How do you have time for everything? And I'll tell you the secret. It's not that I have more time than anyone else. We all have the same 24 hours. The difference is how I use those hours. The difference is my routine. I wake up early. I don't wake up early because I'm special or because I'm superhuman. I wake up early because those early morning hours, before the world wakes up, before the chaos begins, those are my hours. Those are the hours where I get to work on myself before I have to work for everyone else. Those are the hours where I get to pour into my own cup before I have to pour into everyone else's. Those are sacred hours. And in those early morning hours, I don't check my phone. I don't look at social media. I don't dive into emails. Because the moment you do that, you've given away your morning. You've let other people's priorities become your priorities. You've let other people's emergencies become your emergencies. You've let other people's energy determine your energy. No. In those early morning hours, I exercise. I move my body. Because when you move your body, you change your state. When you move your body, you increase your energy. When you move your body, you prepare yourself mentally and emotionally for whatever the day is going to throw at you. And then I do something that might sound simple, but it's absolutely crucial. I write. I journal. I write down what I'm grateful for. I write down my goals. I write down my intentions for the day. Because when you write something down, you're not just thinking it, you're declaring it. You're making it real. You're creating a roadmap for your subconscious mind to follow. And throughout the day, even when things get crazy, even when unexpected things happen, my subconscious is working toward those intentions I set in the morning. Then I read. I feed my mind with something positive, something educational, something inspiring. Because garbage in, garbage out. If you start your day consuming negativity, consuming drama, consuming other people's problems, that's what your day is going to be filled with. But if you start your day consuming wisdom, consuming inspiration, consuming knowledge, you're setting yourself up for a completely different kind of day. This routine, this morning routine, it takes maybe 90 minutes. 90 minutes out of a 24-hour day. But those 90 minutes determine the quality of the other 22.5 hours. Those 90 minutes determine whether I'm going to be reactive or proactive. Those 90 minutes determine whether I'm going to be a victim of my circumstances or a creator of my reality. Those 90 minutes are non-negotiable. I don't care if I'm jet-lagged. I don't care if I only got 3 hours of sleep. I don't care if I'm in a different time zone. I don't care what's going on in my life. Those 90 minutes are mine. Because I know that if I win my morning, I win my day. And if I win my days, I win my weeks. And if I win my weeks, I win my months. And if I win my months, I win my years. And if I win my years, I win my life. Your routine is your future. Let me say that again because I need you to really hear this. Your routine is not preparation for your future. Your routine is your future. What you're doing today, right now, in this moment, that's creating your tomorrow. The question is, what kind of tomorrow are you creating? Are you creating a tomorrow where you're still making excuses? Are you creating a tomorrow where you're still blaming your circumstances? Are you creating a tomorrow where you're still waiting for the perfect moment to start? Or are you creating a tomorrow where you're stronger, wiser, more capable, more disciplined, more successful? Because here's the thing about time. Time doesn't care about your intentions. Time doesn't care about your potential. Time doesn't care about what you could do or should do or might do someday. Time only cares about what you actually do. And every day that passes without you implementing the routine that's going to get you where you want to go, that's a day you can never get back. That's a day that's gone forever. That's a day that you've invested in staying the same instead of becoming different. And I know change is hard. Believe me, I know. I've had to reinvent myself so many times. When I moved from India to try to break into Hollywood, I had to start from scratch. All the fame I had in India, all the success, all the accolades, none of that mattered in Hollywood. I was just another actress trying to get a break. I was just another person with a dream in a city full of people with dreams. I remember going to auditions where I was the only person of color in the room. I remember being told that they loved my work, but they just couldn't see an Indian actress in that role. I remember being offered stereotypical roles. Roles that reduced my entire culture to an accent and a stereotype. And I had to make a decision. I could either take those roles, compromise my values, and maybe get some work. Or I could hold my ground, stay true to myself, and risk being rejected even more. I chose to hold my ground, and that meant more rejection. That meant more closed doors. That meant more people telling me I was being difficult, I was being unrealistic, I was being too picky. But I knew something. I knew that if I compromised on who I was, if I compromised on my routine of excellence, if I compromised on my standards, I might get short-term success, but I would lose long-term fulfillment. And what's the point of success if you have to become someone you're not to achieve it? So I maintained my routine. I kept showing up. I kept preparing. I kept improving. I kept believing. Even when there was no evidence that it was going to work. Even when every logical person would have told me to give up and go back to where I was already successful. I kept my routine. And then something interesting started happening. The more I stayed true to myself, the more I maintained my routine of excellence, the more opportunities started coming. Different kinds of opportunities. Opportunities that aligned with my values. Opportunities that respected who I was. Opportunities that didn't require me to compromise. And slowly, I started building a career in Hollywood. Not by being like everyone else. Not by fitting into a mold. But by being unapologetically myself and maintaining the routine that kept me grounded in that authenticity. Now I want to talk to you about something that's going to make some of you uncomfortable. I want to talk about sacrifice. Because when we talk about routine, when we talk about discipline, when we talk about success, we have to talk about sacrifice. You cannot have everything you want and also have the life of your dreams. You have to choose. You have to prioritize. You have to sacrifice. And I'm not talking about sacrificing things that don't matter. I'm not talking about giving up things you hate anyway. I'm talking about real sacrifice. I'm talking about giving up good things to pursue great things. I'm talking about saying no to fun nights out because you have an early morning routine to maintain. I'm talking about missing parties because you have work to do. I'm talking about spending your weekends preparing and improving while everyone else is relaxing. This is what nobody tells you about success. Success requires sacrifice. And the higher you want to go, the more you have to sacrifice. I've sacrificed time with family. I've sacrificed friendships. I've sacrificed comfort. I've sacrificed security. I've sacrificed sleep. I've sacrificed the luxury of being careless and carefree. Because I understood that you can't serve two masters. You can't be committed to excellence and also be committed to comfort. You have to choose. And every single day, your routine is reflecting your choice. If your routine is sleeping in, scrolling through social media, complaining about your life, watching other people live their dreams on a screen, then you've chosen comfort. You've chosen entertainment. You've chosen distraction. And that's fine. That's your choice. But then don't be surprised when 5 years from now, you're in the exact same place you are today, wondering why your life hasn't changed. But if your routine is waking up early, working on yourself, improving your skills, taking action toward your goals, doing the hard things that most people aren't willing to do, then you've chosen growth. You've chosen excellence. You've chosen your future. And I promise you, 5 years from now, you won't even recognize your life. Because that routine, repeated consistently over 5 years, is going to transform everything. Let me give you a practical example. When I was preparing for my role in Quantico, the TV show that really established me in Hollywood, I had to train like crazy. I had to learn how to fight. I had to learn how to handle weapons. I had to get into incredible physical shape. And I was already working crazy hours shooting the show. I was already exhausted. But I knew that if I wanted to be great in that role, if I wanted to be believable as an FBI agent, I had to put in the work. So my routine was insane. I would wake up at 4:30 in the morning. I would train for 2 hours. Then I would be on set for 12 to 14 hours. Then I would come home and instead of crashing and going to sleep, I would review my lines for the next day. I would prepare. I would study. And then I would get maybe 4 or 5 hours of sleep and do it all over again. I did this for months, not days, not weeks, months. And there were mornings where my alarm would go off and every muscle in my body was screaming at me to stay in bed. Every part of me was exhausted. Every part of me wanted to skip the workout, skip the preparation, just show up and wing it. But I didn't. Because I knew that the moment I broke my routine, the moment I made an exception, that's when everything would start to fall apart. Discipline is not about being perfect. Discipline is about keeping your promises to yourself, especially when it's hard. And you know what happened? Quantico became a hit. It ran for 3 seasons. It opened doors for me that I never imagined would open. It established me as a legitimate actress in Hollywood. But more importantly, it proved to me that my routine works. It proved to me that discipline wins. It proved to me that when you commit to excellence, when you commit to doing the work, even when nobody's watching, even when you don't feel like it, even when it's hard, the results will come. But here's the thing, the results don't come when you want them to. They come when you're ready for them. And your routine is what prepares you to be ready. Think about it like this. A farmer doesn't plant seeds and expect a harvest the next day. The farmer plants seeds, waters them, takes care of them, trusts the process and waits. And during that waiting period, it looks like nothing is happening. The ground looks the same. There's no visible change. But underneath the surface, everything is happening. The roots are growing. The foundation is being built. And then one day, suddenly, there's a shoot. There's growth. There's visible progress. Your routine is you planting seeds every single day. Your routine is you watering those seeds. Your routine is you trusting the process even when you can't see the results yet. And I promise you, if you stay consistent, if you maintain your routine, if you keep showing up, there will come a day when you break through the surface. There will come a day when all that invisible work becomes visible success. But you have to trust the process. You have to be patient. You have to stay committed. And this is where most people quit. They work for a few weeks, a few months, maybe even a few years, and they don't see the results they want, so they quit. They change their routine. They try something different. They start over. And every time you start over, you're pulling up your seeds to check if they're growing. And when you do that, you kill the growth. You destroy the progress. You reset to zero. Stop starting over. Stop quitting when things get hard. Stop looking for shortcuts. Stop looking for the easy way. There is no easy way. There's only the work. There's only the routine. There's only the daily commitment to showing up and doing what needs to be done. That's it. That's the secret. There is no secret. It's just work. It's just routine. It's just discipline. Now, I want to talk about something that's really important. Your environment. Because your routine doesn't exist in a vacuum. Your routine is heavily influenced by your environment, and your environment is heavily influenced by the people you surround yourself with. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Show me who you spend time with, and I'll tell you who you're going to become. Because you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you're spending time with people who have no ambition, guess what's going to happen to your ambition? It's going to shrink. If you're spending time with people who make excuses, guess what you're going to start doing? Making excuses. If you're spending time with people who don't respect your routine, don't support your goals, don't believe in your dreams, guess what's going to happen to your routine, your goals, your dreams? They're going to die. You have to protect your environment. You have to protect your routine. And sometimes that means distancing yourself from people you care about. Sometimes that means being the bad guy who says no to social events. Sometimes that means being misunderstood. Sometimes that means being lonely. Because the path to excellence is often a lonely path. Most people aren't willing to do what it takes. Most people aren't willing to maintain the routine. Most people aren't willing to sacrifice. So when you commit to doing these things, you're going to be different from most people. And being different can be isolating. But let me tell you something. That loneliness is temporary. That isolation is temporary. Because as you grow, as you evolve, as you become the person your routine is creating, you're going to attract different people. You're going to attract people who are also committed to excellence. You're going to attract people who also have discipline. You're going to attract people who also understand the value of routine. And those relationships, those friendships, those connections, they're going to be so much more meaningful, so much more fulfilling, so much more powerful than the relationships you left behind. I've had to make these tough decisions in my own life. I've had to distance myself from people who didn't support my journey. I've had to say no to things that everyone else was saying yes to. I've had to be disciplined when everyone else was being reckless. And yes, there were times when I felt lonely. There were times when I questioned myself. There were times when I wondered if I was being too intense, too serious, too focused. But every single time I had those doubts, I would come back to this question: what do I want my life to look like 5 years from now? And when I would envision that life, when I would see myself achieving my goals, living my dreams, becoming the person I wanted to become, I knew that maintaining my routine, protecting my environment, staying disciplined, these weren't sacrifices. These were investments. These were the prices I had to pay for the life I wanted to live. And here's what's beautiful about it. Once you taste success, once you see your routine paying off, once you experience the transformation that comes from consistent discipline, you don't want to go back. You don't want to return to the old way of living. You don't want to give up your routine for temporary pleasure. Because you understand that your routine is giving you something so much more valuable than pleasure. It's giving you purpose. It's giving you progress. It's giving you power. Let me tell you about power. Real power. Not the kind of power that comes from controlling other people or having money or being famous. I'm talking about the power that comes from controlling yourself. The power that comes from keeping your promises to yourself. The power that comes from doing what you said you would do even when you don't feel like doing it. That's real power. That's the kind of power that changes your life. When you wake up at 5 a.m. even though you want to sleep in, that's power. When you go to the gym even though you're exhausted, that's power. When you work on your goals even though you don't see results yet, that's power. When you maintain your routine even though everyone around you is being undisciplined, that's power. And the more you exercise that power, the more powerful you become. The more you flex that muscle of discipline, the stronger it gets. The more you practice keeping your promises to yourself, the more you trust yourself. And when you trust yourself, everything changes. When you trust yourself, you don't need validation from other people. When you trust yourself, you don't need someone else to believe in you because you believe in yourself. When you trust yourself, you don't need permission to pursue your dreams because you give yourself permission. When you trust yourself, you become unstoppable. Because even if you fail, even if you fall, even if things don't work out, you know you can trust yourself to get back up. You know you can trust yourself to keep going. You know you can trust yourself to maintain your routine and try again. This is what your routine builds. This is what discipline creates. This is what consistency develops. It's not just about achieving external success. It's about building internal strength. It's about becoming the kind of person who can handle success when it comes. Because success without character is a disaster waiting to happen. Success without discipline is unsustainable. Success without a strong routine is temporary. I've seen people become successful overnight and lose it just as quickly because they didn't have the foundation to sustain it. They didn't have the routine to maintain it. They didn't have the discipline to handle it. They got lucky. They got an opportunity. They had a moment. But they didn't have the character to turn that moment into a movement. They didn't have the routine to turn that opportunity into a lifestyle. But when you build success the right way, when you build it through routine, through discipline, through consistent action, that success is solid. That success is sustainable. That success is real. Because it's not based on luck. It's not based on external circumstances. It's based on who you've become. And who you've become is a result of your routine. So I'm going to ask you again, what does your routine look like? What are you doing every single day? What are you investing your time in? What are you investing your energy in? What are you investing your attention in? Because whatever you're investing in, that's what's going to multiply in your life. If you're investing in discipline, discipline is going to multiply. If you're investing in growth, growth is going to multiply. If you're investing in excellence, excellence is going to multiply. But if you're investing in distraction, distraction is going to multiply. If you're investing in excuses, excuses are going to multiply. If you're investing in mediocrity, mediocrity is going to multiply. You get to choose. Every single day, with every single action, with every single choice, you're choosing what's going to multiply in your life. And I want to talk about time because time is the one resource you can never get back. You can make more money. You can find new relationships. You can create new opportunities. But you can never make more time. Time is the most valuable thing you have. And how you spend your time is how you spend your life. Your routine is literally how you're spending your life. So the question is, are you spending it on things that matter? Are you spending it on things that move you forward? Are you spending it on becoming the person you want to become? Or are you wasting it? Are you killing time scrolling through social media looking at other people's lives? Are you killing time watching shows that don't add any value to your life? Are you killing time gossiping, complaining, making excuses? Because when you kill time, you're killing your life. When you waste time, you're wasting your potential. When you spend your time on things that don't matter, you're building a life that doesn't matter. That sounds harsh, but it's true. And someone needs to tell you the truth. Someone needs to shake you and wake you up and make you realize that your time is limited. Your opportunities are limited. Your life is limited. You don't have forever. You don't have unlimited chances. You have now. You have today. You have this moment. And what you do with this moment is going to determine what happens next. I'm 42 years old now. And I can tell you with certainty that time moves fast. Faster than you think. Faster than you realize. One day you're 20 and you think you have all the time in the world. And then you blink and you're 30. You blink again and you're 40. And if you haven't built the right routine, if you haven't been disciplined, if you haven't been intentional with your time, you look back and wonder where all the time went. You look back and see wasted potential. You look back and feel regret. I don't want that for you. I don't want you to look back on your life with regret. I don't want you to wonder what could have been. If only you had been more disciplined. If only you had maintained your routine. If only you had done the work. So I'm begging you, start now. Don't wait for Monday. Don't wait for the new year. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now, start today. Start with this hour. Create a routine that's going to move you toward your goals. And I'm not talking about some complicated, overwhelming routine that you can't maintain. I'm talking about simple, powerful habits that you can do consistently. Wake up at the same time every day. Move your body every day. Feed your mind with something positive every day. Work on your goals every day. Do something, anything that moves you forward every day. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be huge. It just has to be consistent. Because consistency is the key. Consistency is what compounds over time. Consistency is what creates transformation. You don't need to make massive changes overnight. You just need to make small changes consistently. And those small changes, done consistently over time, they create massive results. Think about it. If you improve by just 1% every day in a year, you're going to be 37 times better than you are today. 37 times. That's the power of consistency. That's the power of routine. That's the power of showing up every single day and doing the work even when it's not glamorous, even when nobody's watching, even when you don't see results yet. But here's the thing. You have to believe. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in the process. You have to believe that your routine is working even when you can't see it yet. Because belief is what keeps you going when things get hard. Belief is what keeps you committed when you want to quit. Belief is what keeps you showing up when every logical reason says you should stop. And building that belief, that's not always easy. Especially when you've failed before. Especially when you've started and stopped 100 times. Especially when you've been disappointed. I get it. But you know what? Every single successful person you admire, they've failed. They've stopped and started. They've been disappointed. The difference is they didn't let those failures define them. They didn't let those setbacks stop them. They didn't let those disappointments destroy their belief. They kept believing. They kept trying. They kept showing up. And eventually their belief became reality. But it started with belief. It started with them believing in themselves even when nobody else did. It started with them believing in their routine even when they couldn't see results. It started with them believing that if they just kept going, if they just stayed consistent, if they just maintain their discipline, eventually things would work out. And I'm here to tell you that if you believe, if you commit, if you maintain your routine, things will work out for you too. Maybe not in the way you expect, maybe not in the time frame you want, but they will work out because the universe rewards consistent effort. Life rewards discipline. Success rewards routine. But you have to start. You have to take action. You can't just think about it. You can't just talk about it. You can't just plan it. You have to do it. You have to implement. You have to execute. Because at the end of the day, your routine is only as powerful as your commitment to actually doing it. And I know you're going to face challenges. I know you're going to face obstacles. I know there are going to be days when maintaining your routine feels impossible. When you're sick, when you're tired, when life throws you curveballs, when unexpected things happen. And on those days, you might need to adjust your routine. You might need to modify it. That's okay. The key is not perfection. The key is persistence. If you can't do your full routine, do half of it. If you can't do half, do a quarter. If you can't do a quarter, do something. Do one thing. Just don't do nothing. Because when you do nothing, you're reinforcing the pattern of breaking your routine. You're teaching yourself that when things get hard, you quit. But when you do something, even if it's small, even if it's not perfect, you're reinforcing the pattern of commitment. You're teaching yourself that no matter what, you show up. And over time, that pattern of showing up, that habit of commitment, that routine of discipline, it becomes who you are. It's no longer something you have to think about. It's no longer something you have to force yourself to do. It becomes automatic. It becomes part of your identity. You become the kind of person who wakes up early. You become the kind of person who exercises. You become the kind of person who works on their goals. You become the kind of person who keeps their promises to themselves. And when you become that kind of person, success is inevitable. Because success is not a destination. Success is not something you achieve and then you're done. Success is a way of being. Success is a result of who you are. And who you are is a result of your routine. I want to share something with you that I remind myself of constantly. Your future self is watching you right now. Your future self, the person you're going to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, she's watching what you're doing today. And she's either going to thank you or resent you. She's either going to be grateful for the discipline you had or disappointed by the laziness you chose. She's either going to appreciate the routine you maintained or regret the time you wasted. So every time you want to hit snooze, think about your future self. Every time you want to skip your workout, think about your future self. Every time you want to procrastinate on your goals, think about your future self. Is she going to thank you for this decision? Is she going to be better off because of what you're doing right now? Or are you letting her down? That perspective has been so powerful for me. Because in the moment, it's easy to make the comfortable choice.